So this flip chart is a game changer as it relates to getting better performance and greater efficiency and outputs from ourselves and also our team members. So this is about KPIs and critical drivers in a business. So firstly, I will say I am a massive, massive fan of KPIs. All right. Now, KPIs, key performance indicators, can bring up different emotions for people. Like if I said to you, do you really like KPIs or are you actually not such a fan of KPIs? Different people have different relationships. Me, I'm a fan. Why? Because if I came in as an employee of your business, KPIs give me what it is that you actually expect of me in that role so that, and one thing that I want to do is I want to deliver at least, if not well above expectations. So you go and give me the KPIs, I now know what it is that I've got to go and do. I don't see them as something that's a stick. I see it as a clarity on what it is that I've got to go and do. So let me give you some distinctions here on this because there's two kind of key parts on the board. First one is a KPI, key performance indicator. Now, what that is that's the outcome that we want someone to achieve, right? So sales, utilization, whatever it is for that particular role. So you might only have 3 or 4 KPIs for a role versus the critical drivers. So the critical drivers, they're the actual activities that I have to go and do to achieve the KPIs, right? So a simple example of this is if my KPI was to weigh 75 kilos, one of my critical drivers might be the number of push-ups that I've got to go and do every day, or the amount of calories that I'm going to eat every day, or the amount of walking I'm going to do every day, whatever that looks like, right? So big picture, A, we want to measure these, and B, if I don't achieve the KPI, so let's say I miss the KPI and I don't get the result, what do you think I do? Do I change the KPI? Like, do I lower the KPI? Yes or no? And the answer that I have is no. The KPI doesn't change. The thing that we've got to change is what are all the critical drivers? So I'm going to look at changing the activities. Okay, so big picture, KPIs, critical drivers, they are very, very useful measurements. The second part of this is you have to do what's called T and M. Please write that down. Test and measure all of this. So I don't know if you've ever been to one of those football games where they don't put the scores up. Have you ever been to one of those? I can tell you they're highly frustrating because at the end you don't know who won and who lost, right? By the way, that's a joke and that doesn't exist. But if you don't test and measure and keep metrics on this, that's essentially what it's like, is going to a football game with no score up. It doesn't work. So KPIs, critical drivers, hugely valuable as it relates to people. Everyone should have them, CEO right down to the janitor. Go and enjoy it.